Hello, good afternoon, and welcome back here to the National Aquatics Centre in Dublin for the second round of the fixtures in the ladies section of the Home Nations for 2023. Coming out in front of us now are the Welsh and Scottish national teams to be presented to the crowd. We'll be back very shortly with full match commentary.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to this afternoon's match in the 2023 Women's and Men's Home Nations Tournament. We have in white cap Wales versus Scotland Wales are in blue caps and Scotland are in white caps. Having a blonde moment. So in white caps, we have Wales. Number 1, Chloe Ralph. Number 2, Mali Evans. Number 3, Sarah Rogers. Number 4, Natalie Smith. Number 5, Eve Burns-Thomas. Number 6, Megan Curtis. Number 7, Jodie Davis. Number 8, Emma Pern. Number 9, Joanna Chesworth-Rickards. Number 10, Charlotte Turpin. Number 11, Millie Purchase-Smith. Number 12, Rosie Griffiths. Number 13, Natalie Taylor. Head coach, Darryl Ward. Assistant coach, Hannah Hinton. Team manager, Kathy Chesworth. In blue caps from Scotland, we have number 2, captain, Caitlin Rose McRobbie. Number 1, Zara Christie. Number 3, Rachel Luke. Number 4, Lucy Hoagman. Number 5, Chloe Kirkwood. Number 6, Eliza Sinclair Kidd. Number 7, Grace Dowley. Number 8, Lucy McNair. Number 9, Lauren Averell. Number 10, Rachel Mell. Number 11, Siri Maxwell. Number 12, Nicole Morrison. Number 13, Erin Mills. Head coach, Alan Donaldson. Assistant coach, Nico Fanu. Team manager, Debbie McRobbie. Please all be upstanding for the Welsh National Anthem. Please remain standing for the Scottish National Anthem. referees for this afternoon's match are Mr. Ian Hanrahan from Ireland, Mr. Conor Dukes from England, and our delegate is Mr. Stephen O'Brien from Ireland.
Hello, good afternoon and welcome back to the National Aquatics Centre here in Dublin for the second round of matches in the women's section of the Home Nations tournament. 2023. First up, we have the meeting of Wales and Scotland. Both sides suffered defeats last night, and both sides will be hoping to get their first points on the board this afternoon. I'm joined, of course, by Mick O'Kane on co-commentary. And Mick, this should be a very evenly matched game.
Yeah, indeed, Kieran. And again, welcome to everybody this afternoon to the National Aquatics Centre. I'm co-commentating for this afternoon's game again here with Kieran. It's been a wonderful tournament so far, and indeed, Scotland v Wales. And this should be a really evenly matched game. We expect to see wonderful performances from both teams, and no doubt they're both revving to go to get some scores on the board.
Yeah, absolutely. And of course, England were victorious last night over Scotland. They won by 21 goals to 3. Ireland got the better of Wales on a scoreline of 21-6. So both of these sides, if we're comparing Ireland and England as equivalents, then both of these sides will be fairly evenly matched as well. And Wales, of course, are down on our right-hand side. They'll be shooting from right to left as we look at it. The green suits and the white caps with the black writing from here, and Scotland in their traditional blue with the navy caps and the white writing going from left to right in this first quarter. So
yeah, and indeed, I spoke to head coach for Wales, Darrell Ward, just before the game, and he himself said that last night, while they lost to Ireland, he did take positives in that second half, which we did observe how Wales came in stronger in the second half. So Darrell is looking to build on that. And similarly for the head coach for Scotland, Alan Donaldson, with his young side, they're looking to bounce back. And particularly I spoke to Elisa Sinclair Kidd of the Kirkintilloch and Kilsyth team, and she's really looking forward to today. And so both sides certainly want to improve on yesterday. We also spoke last night to Lucy McNair from Dunfermline, only 14, and she's really determined for her and her Scottish team to do better today.
All right, well, the initial swim-off has happened, and there was a tussle in the middle of the park, and Wales have won it. And it was won there by Natalie Smith, and Smith gave it back to Natalie Taylor. And Wales coming, and they have a real chance here of an early goal. It's Charlotte Turpin with the chance. And Charlotte Turpin, she scored last night, but today she just have to wait that little bit longer. Scotland goalkeeper Zara Christie out here to Chloe Kirkwood, and Kirkwood just pops it inside there to Rachel Mell. And a lot of these girls played quite well last night despite the scorelines. It was two very competitive games and a very young Welsh side, Mick, as you said last night in commentary.
Yeah, and indeed, to be fair, both sides are quite young, Kieran, so I expect them to really want to prove themselves. And there's a nice goal from the Welsh number 8, Lucy McNair, only 14, Kieran. So again, testament to the team. I beg your pardon, that's the Welsh number 8 that scored there. That was Emma Perrin for Welsh Wanderers. All
right, so the opening goal of the afternoon session here. 2 live games on HBV Live, Wales and Scotland. And next up, of course, a very interesting meeting of Ireland and England, and Scotland trying to respond, and they have a really good finish. And I think it was the Scottish number 6, Eliza Sinclair Kidd. In fact, it was. She scored 1 last night. She has 1 this morning, and she has immediately responded to the opening goal there from Joanna Chestworth Rickards, who scored for Wales a couple of moments ago. Joanna Chestworth Rickards got 2 last night. Eliza Sinclair Kidd got 1 last night, and both of them continuing the goal scoring form into today's game.
Well done, Eliza, again from the Kirkintilloch and Kilsyth team. Fantastic stuff on behalf of our Scottish ladies side today.
Yeah, so we have an exclusion coming here. Number 6 on the Scotland team has been put out as we come back into the play. It's actually Eliza Sinclair Kidd, the goal scorer, who's just been put out, as Wales just have an extra body. And that extra body is counted, and they're 2-1 up.
And again, it's that same girl, Emma Perrin from the Welsh Wanderers.
So 2-1 lead for Wales. And Scotland again, starting with Rachel Mell. And Rachel being tackled high up the pool by Sarah Rogers, but eventually gets a ball away to Megan Curtis. To Eliza Sinclair Kidd. And Scotland just trying to push it out to the far side. Wales again fouling, and both referees unhappy with something, but Scotland use it quickly, but a little bit too far, and has to be recovered by Sinclair Kidd. And I think, in fact, the Welsh number 9,
the goal scorer, Joanna Cheswood-Rickards, yes,
has been put out of the play momentarily, as Scotland have an advantage here, and the numerical advantage, the extra player and a chance, but that's gone over, and both sides just misfiring slightly, a goal each, but one over the bar each, and Wales coming down on this left hand side now through Eve Burns-Thomas, and being confronted by a Scottish player, but gets the ball inside now to her counterpart, Joanna Cheswood-Rickards, who seems to be involved in everything early doors here. Pops it back now to Charlotte Turpin, and back again it goes to Eve Burns-Thomas. Does well to evade the tackle and gets it into the hole. A chance for the shot, but really well defended there. The shot came in from Natalie Smith, but it was well defended by Rachel Mell, and it's ended up in Zara Christie's hands, and Scotland will break with Chloe Kirkwood. And Chloe just driving right at the heart of the Welsh defence, needs options and switches the play now, looking for Nicole Morrison, and Morrison now pops a wee ball inside, trying to get a shot away, but illegally fouled there was Natalie Smith by Lauren Averill. And Scotland just trying to work it again, and they have it again with Nicole Morrison. It's just thrown away there, shot clock about to die, and good defending so far.
Yeah, look, it's been a good start from both sides. There, a sense here that they're trying to have an understanding of plays and formations, but both sides look evenly balanced to me, Kieran, so far.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, Wales have a possession, a good switch of the play there from Natalie Smith, finds the ball to the far side and found the player Natalie Taylor, and the shot went in, but it was blocked well down from Scotland. Have a breakaway here, and there's a real chance of a Scottish goal now. It's Siri Maxwell, and Maxwell, is she fit to outswim Eve Burns-Thomas? Burns-Thomas has done ever so well to catch her, and then was ably assisted by, once again, Joanna Cheswood-Rickards. And that's really good play by the Welsh defence when it looked as if there was a certain Scottish goal. Clear hands up, good finish, and what a save! Real good touch that time from Zara Christie, but the hands were up from Eliza Sinclair Kidd to say, look, I'm not fouling, but a really good save from the keeper.
Yeah, brilliant save again from Zara Christie, the Dunfermline goalkeeper, so that'll do her confidence no end in terms of getting a good strong save in early on.
Yeah, absolutely brilliant save there. So referee spots yet another infringement, and chance maybe for Wales to work something. Oh, really good effort that time from Natalie Taylor, and it just hit the crossbar, and Zara Christie was beaten all ends up there, but a good pass down the line, and Nicole Morrison's getting away. She has a player centrally, she wants her, she uses her. That player is Grace Dowley, and Dowley, was she fouled? I think she was. And fouled illegally by Natalie Taylor, the girl who just hit the crossbar, and Scotland have the advantage now, and the ball is in the hands of Eliza Sinclair Kidd. Swaps it out, it's gone out of play, I think.
Gone out of play. Chance for Wales to regroup, get back down the pitch.
So Wales will take the ball out with Natalie Taylor. She was excluded, but she only excluded momentarily because of that shot from Scotland that ended up going out of play, and Wales retained the possession through Natalie Smith, and illegally challenged there by Rachel Mell, and it'll still be Smith, and there's a chance at the back stick if she can spot it. There's a lot of pushing going on in the hole between Sarah Rogers and Sinclair Kidd, but that was a really good shot and a goal, and a really good finish from the Welsh number 4, Natalie Smith. Didn't score last night, but scored an absolutely beautiful goal this afternoon, and that's a good start for Wales.
Yeah, indeed, Natalie Smith, the wing driver from Bristol, really strong opportunity there, and she took it with aplomb.
So we've played 4.5 minutes in this first quarter, and it's shaping up to be what we expected, I suppose, from the start. Make tight, tense affair, and two really evenly matched sides.
Absolutely, Kieran. It's looking like something similar to what we had before, but the Ireland-Scotland men's game, and both teams really showing determination, sharp focus, and also both coaches looking to use their bench cleverly as well.
Yeah, good defence there from Wales, and the ball was taken away for them by Natalie Taylor out to the far side towards Millie Purchase-Smith, and that shot just came in but didn't really trouble Zara Christie in the Scottish goal.
Yeah, Megan Curtis with that attempt for the Welsh Wanderers.
So again,
Good
a
effort.
lovely little pivot in the middle of the pool there. And Eve Burns-Thomas sets Scotland away down this chance here maybe for Siri Maxwell, but Maxwell being fouled by Charlotte Turpin, and it comes back out now to Chloe Kirkwood. But some infringement there, and Wales have it, and they have it in the hands of Sarah Rogers, and it goes all the way back now to Charlotte Turpin. And Wales will just try and swim the ball up as far as they can. In the safe hands now of Natalie Taylor, and out for Joanna Chesworth-Rickards, and a ball inside again now for Purchase Smith if she can get on it. No danger there, and Scotland coming out now through Chloe Kirkwood, and Kirkwood has two in front of her, but she's confronted high up the pitch by Sarah Rogers, but does get into the hole, and a good chance. Surely a foul, yes. And it'll be a chance for Scotland. They have the advantage there. The foul was on Grace
6 on
Dowley.
5, got set it up.
So ball back in the hands now of Nicole Morrison, and she's got it back, but it's come across to Chloe Kirkwood, and Kirkwood gives it out this side to Siri Maxwell. Maxwell just chucking it across, but really silly ball over hitting Scotland's time clock's going to go, and then the shot just couldn't be released there. I think it was from Lucy McNair on the far side. The ball just slipped out of her hand, and that'll be disappointing, Mick, from their point of view.
Yeah, again, you know, it's a constant theme across these games. Being able to maximise your 6-5, and on that occasion, Scotland fell short.
So Wales have it deep into the Scottish half of the pool, and just trying to work something. They have worked it, and they've worked it into Sarah Rogers. But Rogers straight at Christie, and Scotland will be happy enough just to try and get one more attempt. Oh, really good steal, but done so outside the rules. Now Scotland might just be happy enough to get another attack on the Welsh goal. Loads of time to get one off, but good defending again that time from Sarah Rogers. But every time I say it, the ref seems to disagree with me. He knows more than I do. But Scotland will have to go again, and in the hands this time of Rachel Mell, and Mell just tried to work it inside there for Grace Dowley, but Wales dealing with the pressure.
Yeah, indeed, Kieran. So, I think both teams are still really trying to feel, where the strengths and the weaknesses are of both sides. To me, although it's 3-1, it feels like a very evenly keeled game. So, lots more to come over the next 3 quarters once we get to what should be the last play on the Wales side.
Oh, that's up the crossbar, and the referee never fidged. So it wasn't a goal, but the Scotland goal leading a charmed life there. Sarah Christie looked the calmest person in the arena, and thankfully for Scotland, they're not 4-1 down. They will have about 18 seconds here to try and work something and try and reduce the deficit going into quarter time. And there's been an infringement. Oh, good effort, but a really good
Long
stop.
range.
And there, in fact, is the end of the first quarter. It's Wales who lead by 3-1. Back in a minute. All right, we're back for the second quarter. Wales have the 3-1 lead. Here, a goal from Natalie Smith and 2 goals from Emma Pern. Eliza Sinclair Kidd getting 1 for the Scots. But it's the Welsh who will be much the happier at the end of the first quarter, as both teams have just gotten their instructions from management, and Scotland, of course, playing from left to right. And the buzzer is gone for both teams to line up before the whistle goes and the swim-off commences. So the referees are happy enough that everyone is in the correct place, and the whistle will sound, and the second swim-off has begun, and it'll be a straight race here for possession. And obviously these possessions are so vital, but it's been well won there by the Scottish number 11. That's Siri Maxwell. Bet out Charlotte Turpin to it, and Scotland from left to right in this second quarter trying to work something, and that initial possession so vital. There's a lot of holding on the far side, Mick, and nothing the referees are too concerned about.
Yeah, I mean, look, that's part and parcel of the game. I mean, the elements of water polo, while it's heavy on swimming and technical, you are going to get the physicality sometimes, Kieran, and rest assured, a lot of these players really enjoy those wrestling elements of the game too.
Yeah, absolutely.
As long as it's within the rules.
And of course, chance here now for Maxwell, and Maxwell, you could see what she was trying to do. Very similar to an effort you took back at the Irish Senior Cup in 2017, Mick.
Absolutely, Kieran, yeah. I mean, but luckily for me, that one went in.
So Wales just trying to come forward now, attacking this left-hand side, and the ball is with Jodie Davis. Got a goal last night in the defeat to Ireland. And Davis gave it back to Sarah Rogers, and Rogers gets it away really quickly. Is there a chance on here for Megan Curtis? And Megan did well to win the foul and has got the ball back now to Sarah Rogers, and Rogers winding one up.
Oh, from long distance.
Yeah, long distance, and it lacked any sort of pace by the time it got to Zara Christie.
That was never going to beat a goalkeeper of the calibre of Zara Christie. She had it well read.
So meanwhile, Scotland they've started this quarter quite well. A lot of attacks, and there's a break here for them if they can get it, and the break is through Nicole Morrison, but eventually into the hands of the Welsh number 1, Chloe Ralph. And Wales just coming out now with Millie Purchase-Smith. She's an option insider, and she's found the option really well. That option is Charlotte Turpin, and Turpin with a left-handed shot, but an easy one-handed save.
Again, and look, we talked about goalkeepers and what they bring to a side, and clearly in the number 1, Zara Christie, she's a player that knows how to look at the cage, look at her goal, and she positions really well.
Yeah, can I jaw?
And that save from Zara Christie allowed her team to get back up the pitch to score. So again, reiterating the importance of a great keeper and then good distribution to get that ball quickly upfield. Absolutely,
Mick. And Rachel Luke with a really good cross-pool pass and a very fine finish to the back of Chloe Ralph's net from Siri Maxwell. She impressed you a lot last night.
Yeah, look, I mean, it's so far both teams playing really well, like 3-2, middle coming into the middle of the second quarter. Like everything is looking excellent in terms of opportunities, and both teams will feel they've got all the skills to go on to win this, but neither team given an inch.
No, not given an inch there, and interested. Oh, what a goal that was. A fine finish to the back of the Scottish net by Charlotte Turpin. And just, I noticed there that Rachel Luke had swam the fairway expecting the play to break down and go on the counter, but unfortunately for her, it was her player stuck in the back of the net.
Yeah, absolutely. Like Charlotte Turpin was aware that she herself saw a bit of space to have a crack at that long range shot, and for her, wonderful effort to see it go in, with the score now 4-2.
Yeah, and meanwhile it was Lucy McNair giving it into Lucy Hobman, and Hobman's shot was beaten away by Chloe Ralph. So good goalkeeping from the Welsh number 1. Meanwhile, here's the Welsh number 7. It's Jodie Davis, and Davis just trying to find support. She has that there from Eve Burns-Thomas, and Burns-Thomas again, good idea, but just high and wide and not on target, and Scotland will be delighted just to get up feeling a really good
Yeah,
ball from
strong
Christie,
pass.
and there's chance on here, but the ball that came in there from Nicole Morrison was slightly behind, but it doesn't matter,
Oh,
because that is a really good finish from Lauren Averill. I just thought that the ball from Morrison had gone slightly behind her, but she did really well to find it and then to find the far corner of Chloe Ralph's net.
oh, wonderful goal. Absolutely brilliant. Little lob to the far post. Really textbook finish.
So this quarter really taking shape now, and Scotland have come out of the blocks flying and giving a much better account of them, as Wales are just trying to work the ball forward and
Playing a
It comes-
3-3. So
comes side
Scotland
with here.
going.
back with Natalie Taylor. And Taylor just, oh, good hand. Is there a chance of a Scottish break? There might be here. It was a really good rob there from Caitlin Rose McRobbie, and she's away again now. The Scottish number 3, Rachel Luke, has it. Is there a chance? She gives it back outside to Nicole Morrison. Morrison has 2 swimmers through the central areas. She decides to go short and work it again, and it's with Rachel Luke. And Luke, oh, foul high up the pitch. Was a real chance there for Scotland.
Yeah, and Wales did great to get back. That's a key to a unified team, that they didn't just sit and watch. They all got back to make sure that they make it difficult for Scotland, and that's what transpired. Now Scotland go again.
Yeah, and Scotland have that numerical advantage momentarily. Wales are down a player. The player the Wales have lost is indeed Charlotte Turpin for a foul just inside the halfway line, and 6 seconds left for the shot from Scotland. No!
Oh, saved on the line.
It was half saved, half held up by the water, but either way, good keeping.
Yeah, brilliant keeping from Chloe Wolfe of the Welsh Wanderers there, the 18-year-old. Stuck to it, and she managed to get that one from not going across the line. Well done to Chloe Ralph.
And Mick, as you've been saying, it's very important when you have the numerical advantage to make hay, and it nearly worked for Scotland there.
Exactly, Kieran. And look, as we said all through this tournament, making sure you make those man up 6 on 5.
Oh my goodness!
Lord! Bomb, Scorchio! What a goal!
I'm sorry to any of the viewers at home who aren't au fait with the North Dublin lingo there, but the bomb. It's part of the Swim Ireland mantra, I think, for this weekend.
Pick that one out. Was that number 11?
It was indeed. It was an absolutely brilliant finish.
Millie
there.
Purchase-Smith from the Welsh Wanderers. What a finish. One of the goals of the tournament. Absolutely fantastic from Millie.
So Scotland now trying to reply, and they're trying to reply through Lauren Averill, and just couldn't get the power behind the shot. There was no bump in that one, Mick.
Absolutely.
So back in the hands of Chloe Ralph. We've played 4 minutes in this second quarter, and Wales have it on the far side of the pool, on the right hand side, attacking down to our left hand side. It's Natalie Smith, and Smith being confronted by the other number 4. That's Lucy Hobman. Hobman got a goal last night. Ball inside, but well intercepted there by Eliza Sinclair Kidd. And can Scotland get away? If they can, they have a slight advantage, but they've slowed the ball down just a little bit. It's Lucy McNair now on the right hand side. Swimmer centrally is Lauren Averill, if she can pop it into her, and Averill's got away from her player, and there's a real chance of a Scottish goalie. But an excellent piece of defending from Millie Purchase-Smith. She just after scoring at one end, down defending at the other, and that was a real good rob.
Oh, Millie's having a great game, it has to be said. She's to be a utility player, to go from back to attack that quickly, score at one end, and then be back there defending. Really phenomenal stuff.
Yeah, effort came in there from Eve Burns-Thomas, but it was very easy for Zara Christie, which she made it look like that anyway. And right hand and left hand, she seems to be equally comfortable off both sides.
Absolutely. Really brilliant goalkeeping, has to be said.
Now Rachel Luke has it. Rachel Luke being tackled by Charlotte Turpin, and very clever from Wales just to slow them down as high up the pitch they can, but a really lovely turn out of trouble. Oh, what a hand in! It was a lovely turn out by Lucy Hobman, but the hand went in. I think it came in there from Mally Evans, but it was done illegally so, and we're going to have a penalty. And the penalty will be taken for Scotland by Lucy McNair. And this would be 5-4 if she makes it. So it's McNair v Ralph.
Oh, Lucy McNair, the 14-year-old, Kieran, from Dunfermline. Unbelievable stuff. Playing in her first senior international tournament at 14 years of age. I got to speak to Lucy last night, and she is loving this tournament, as we all are.
Yeah, and why not? First international start last night, first international goal this afternoon. And Scotland now back in it with 2 minutes to go in the second quarter. It's Wales 5, Scotland 4. And Scotland have really owned this quarter. They have come out and shown they're a good side. And now Wales will have to find a way to break them down again. Sarah Rogers gives a little one inside to Natalie Smith. But there had been an infringement in there. And I think Scotland are going to lose the player or not. They are. Lauren Averill is making her way out of the pool. And Sarah Rogers is trying to work something, gives it out to this side here to Jodie Davis, and Davis gives it back into Millie Purchase-Smith, and Purchase-Smith just pops it across to Rogers again, and Rogers now has Purchase-Smith and a chance winding it up. Oh, what a hit that was! Two absolute scorchers.
Nicely walked it in, looked up, and brilliant finish. Brilliant finish from, again, that lady, Millie Purchase-Smith. She's having a stormer of a game.
So, again, Wales making their extra player count. And Scotland have to go back to the drawing board again now with Rachel Mell. And Mell just gets it out to Rachel Luke. And she was slightly dispossessed there by Charlotte Turpin, but got it back and gets it inside. And Scotland have a chance here to switch the play if they can. Swimmers centrally, and they've got one away. A chance now, maybe no, fouled. It was Lucy Hopman, but there's a chance on here straight away. Oh! That was a lovely effort from Siri Maxwell, but just too much height on it.
Yeah, Siri from the Stirling Club. And again, hello to everybody in Stirling that's tuned in to cheer on their teammate. She's playing really fantastic, and you must be very proud of her.
Wales still with the advantage, 6-4 here with just under the minute to go in quarter number 2. We're nearly at half time in the first of the two ladies' games today. Oh, what a shot! A rasper off the crossbar onto the post from Natalie Smith. Smith scored a lovely goal earlier on in the game, and that one nearly her second one. But the ball has eventually gone in, and Wales have now extended their lead. It's 7-4. And they'd be very happy with that, Mick.
Yeah, look, we're close to half time, and a 7-4. I mean, you know, as you know, water polo, you know, that type of scoreline doesn't say an awful lot, because there's still plenty of time for Scotland to get back in with a few more goals. So I'd say both coaches will be reasonably happy as we come to half time.
Yeah, Scott. Oh, what a save! An unbelievable save from Chloe Ralph. Rachel Luke with an audacious effort from near enough halfway,
Kieran,
and that required every bit of the fingertips.
Kieran, to me it looks like both goalkeepers are having a one-on-one here. Let's see who can outdo each other with the saves. Both of them performing amazingly good here.
That was as good a save as you will see in any sport. And now a chance here for Wales to extend the advantage, and a really good hand and a touch there from Eliza Sinclair Kidd after the shot came in from Natalie Smith. And that could have been a bit of double trouble there, because a really good save at one end could have resulted in the goal at the other, and it could have gone from 7-5 to 8-4.
And again, it's testament to the two goalkeepers. They are doing what they're asked to do. They're stopping shots that are coming at them thick and fast, and both keepers can be really pleased with their shift in that first half.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, there's the half-time whistle, and we will take for a small break, and we'll see you for the second half just after these. All right, welcome back to the third quarter here of this epic encounter between Wales and Scotland. Wales have the advantage, 7-4. Both sides have swapped ends, and Scotland will be attacking from right to left in this third quarter. Wales from left to right. And just got a complimentary bag of Haribos there. It makes the day go that little bit easier.
Yeah, look, when the tournament director Keith Lynch comes up to say hello, you know things are going well, Kieran. So that's obviously a good sign. And thank you to Keith and all the team here over the weekend at National Aquatics Centre. It's been phenomenal in terms of setup, logistics, to everybody involved. So to Avian Colvin, Steve O'Brien, the whole team, everybody's just put on a fantastic show here between Ireland Waterpolo and Swim Ireland with HBV live stream.
All right, really good possession won there by Wales, and they've started the third quarter in good fashion. And it was Jodie Davis who won the swim off, and the ball is in the hands now of Emma Pern, and Pern pops into the hole. A chance of her shot, but straight at Zara Christie. It was Jodie Davis took the shot. She's got 2 goals already in this one. And a ball away now down the line with Nicole Morrison. And Nicole trying to work something and just has to go backwards to go forward, and she's given it to Siri Maxwell. It was an infringement by one of the Wales players, but the ball slipped out of her hand. How unfortunate there, Mick, and Wales have retained possession.
Yeah, it's just one of those things, but again, it's good work from the defenders to get that ball. So Wales on the attack again now early in the second half.
Yeah, and there's a really good contest happening out on the far side there between Millie Purchase-Smith and Rachel Mell, and Wales have a chance, do they? Well read keeper Zara Christie off the line, and highly applauded from the Scottish bench below to our right hand side. They appreciate how well read the danger was there.
Yeah, and because it's a really hard one to get right, Kieran. If you get that wrong, it could have been a penalty. So brilliant defending by the Scottish number 5.
Yeah, and it was a lovely pirouette in the middle there by
Kirkwood.
Nicole Morrison, and she set away her Scottish counterpart Eliza Sinclair Kidd. But equally on the far side, good reading of the situation from Chloe Ralph.
Listen, both teams, putting in major work to try to nullify a lot of this relentless attacking from both sides. Both sides really determined to get more scores, more goals on the board. Scotland obviously 3 behind, but you can rest assured they're going to keep fighting as they are to get those 3 goals back.
Yeah, and good defending in there from the Scots, just trying to delay it. The hand in, is there a breakaway? No, there's not, but it was as good as, because the attention there that Rachel Mell was applying has gone really well. That's an excellent ball, and there's a chance here for Siri Maxwell maybe to reduce the deficit. Oh yes, what a shot. Brilliant finish. It's her second goal of the evening from Siri Maxwell. She got 1 last night, she's got 2 today.
Oh, look at the replay, the way she took that and brought it with her. Again, for younger players looking at this from the live stream, the way she moved the ball and put that away, that was a fantastic goal from the brilliant Siri of the Stirling team, Siri Maxwell.
So 7-5. Scotland have got 1 back.
There you go, just like I said.
We said this would be tight, it's proving to be.
Yeah, absolutely. This Scottish team are not going to give up, and they're showing that.
Oh, great save. It looked easy from up here, but I can assure you it wasn't. And then really calm defending from Rachel Mell just to bat it back to her keeper. And here goes Nicole Morrison making there's a chance on here. Scotland have numbers over. They've won wide left.
Lovely
They've
pass.
got a chance on here now for Eliza Sinclair Kidd. This would really be a great goal if they can get it. Look to be good defending, but an even better
finish.
Oh, that was excellent, because Mick, the defending was really good. It was good tracking back there from Rosie Griffiths, but Sinclair Kidd did really well to get the shot off.
Completely, and again, Eliza from the Kirkintilloch Kilsyth team showing her determination. Just like I said, Scotland had a bit of momentum, and now they're back to 7-6.
This game is absolutely end to end. It's frantic. It's been a great watch. This has been as good as anything we've seen all weekend. There's a great tussle going on over on the far side of the pool between the Welsh number 4 Natalie Smith and Chloe Kirkwood. And again, Scotland doing really well, and Scotland have numbers over, and I think Scotland have a new goalkeeper in, as they did last night. Aaron Mills has come in for the second half.
Yeah, and Alan Donaldson, head coach, has called a time out. He clearly knows his side are on the up, and so he's going to look to figure out how to keep that momentum. The task now for the head coach for Wales, the brilliant Darrell Ward, his role is to re-galvanise his team and understand how can they, handle this onslaught that's coming from Scotland at the moment.
Yeah, and indeed it's very telling too, isn't it, that, you know, the Scottish head coach feels happy enough to change his goalkeeper. I know last night he changed the goalkeeper to get both keepers in the water, but to change it at 7-4 down at half time to give the goalkeeper more time again after Zara Christie playing so well, that shows a lot of courage by the coach.
Yeah, and particularly, as you said, Zara Christie had a fantastic first half, and equally up to the challenge is Erin Mills to sustain the level of quality. So to have two goalkeepers of that calibre who can slot in, as you say, Kieran, and both be up to the job, that's a really good sign for a team and for the coach of the conference, that he can alternate between both keepers.
Yeah, absolutely, and I suppose it's reflective in Scotland's performance. Aaron Donaldson has put equal faith in both keepers. He said, look, you're getting a half each, and that's reflected in the team because they know that everyone's getting a chance once they prove it.
Yeah, so, and look, you know, so clearly the approach from Alan as a coach is he wants to develop this side. It's a young side, so he's given them the sense of confidence. It's really great coaching, it has to be said.
Brilliant coaching, and Scotland have a numerical advantage here and trying to work something really quick to the chance. The back stick, oh, it just fell out of her hand. Oh, it deserved more than that, but Siri Maxwell, it was one of those awkward ones where the hand was just bent down and the ball skid out to the right hand side and went out of bounds, and Wales will be delighted to see that attack end.
Yeah, but it's not the end of Scotland, that's for sure, Kieran. We can expect them to come back up the pitch again if they can handle and neutralise this Welsh attack.
Yeah, good defending again from Rachel Mell. But as I spoke, she's infringed, and every time I seem to speak, someone gets a free. Anyway, Wales have the ball back, and they're trying to work it across here now, and it's with Eve Burns-Thomas. And
bit of a James Reid, that we won't go there.
Actually, the text in from Cork about that, but
we'll leave that for another day.
So Erin Mills out to the far side of the pool, and Scotland being a real good pressure applied there. It was illegal, and Scotland have the ball back, and just a wee nod of the head there from Lucy McNair as if to say, I know. And just going to try and travel with the ball forward now, and she has loads of ground. Scotland have a numerical advantage. A wee chance in here. One at the back stick. Is this the one? Morrison. Oh! Skid off the water, off the post, and there was a collective sigh of, oh, how did that not go in?
Yeah, but she did make the right call, because the stop clock in terms of the 6 on 5 was counting down, so that was the shot to take. It just didn't go in.
As so often can be the case in sport. So Wales have it again. Eve Burns-Thomas. And Eve Burns-Thomas, she's put one. Oh, there's a real chance for Scotland here. There's a real chance that she can set. Oh, they took all the sting out of it, Mick.
Yeah, but a player like Nicole Morrison, she'll keep bringing the momentum along here.
Oh, good ball in century, but well read. God, it looked as if Chloe Kirkwood could have set Siri Maxwell away, and that would have been the game level, but the decision was to slow it down, and Wales have the ball back, and Wales have it now with Rosie Griffiths. Rosie hit the Irish net twice last night, and looks round at her coach as if to say, I have to travel with this, and travel she will, and travels deep into Scottish territory, approaching their 6 metre line. Good effort.
Again, though, Kieran, when you've got those shots on, you've got to be hitting the cage, got to be hitting the goal. Oh! Scotland. Big deep pass.
Here is a chance for Maxwell. Can she tie the game at 7 apiece? Has she been fouled? It's only a minor. One at the back stick here now. Chance for Scotland to respond.
Oh, what a bouncer!
Chloe Kirkwood.
Bouncer from Chloe Kirkwood again. The Kirkintilloch Kilsyth player is having a stormer.
So we were just saying momentarily she could have set Siri Maxwell away, but she's more than made up for that now. And with 2.5 minutes left in the third quarter, it's a draw game, 7 apiece.
And again, Kieran, one of those bouncer shots. We talked about it, whether it's from outside deep, 5-7 metres, or close to goal. If you've got the skill, you practice it as a young player to bounce those shots in. Very hard for a keeper of the calibre of the Welsh keeper to try and stop it. Chloe Ralph had no chance on that one.
None, and we saw the class that is Chloe Ralph earlier on in the game, and indeed last night she's a fine shot stopper, but nothing, as you say, she could do about that one there. And you must say it's real testament to this Scottish side. They were 3-1 down at quarter time, 7-4 down at half time, and the fact that they've come out now 5.5 minutes in and it's a draw game, they've done ever so well. Good defending there again, Good touch back to the keeper from Eliza Sinclair Kidd, and Aaron Mills now just scanning the pool and gives a simple one out there to Nicole Morrison, and Morrison's going to have to attack this left hand side of the pool, but she's being confronted by Eve Burns Thomas, but she gets it away to Rachel Luke in the centre of the pool, and Luke's getting a good touch on there from Joanna Chesworth Rickards.
Well read by the Welsh defender Rosie Griffiths. Very well, very cool, calm, collected there. So that was important for Wales, for Rosie to nullify that one too. Fascinating game.
It was Lauren Averill that was bearing down on the Welsh goal there as she was intercepted. Meanwhile, it's the opposite number 9 now, Joanna Chesworth Rickards, who has given the ball out to this side, and it's with Rosie Griffiths now, and Griffiths just looking at the Scottish goal, sees the keeper off the line. Oh, the post came to the rescue of Erin Mills. And Erin Mills now has set Nicole Morrison away, and there's a real chance of a Scottish break here. They have numbers in the centre, they have numbers out wide, the call coming from out wide, but it's been slowed back down. Averill has it again. Averill just pops it inside. Good reading from the Welsh defender, but Scotland have got the ball back. It was the Scottish number 7, Grace Dowley, who was being fouled, and now it's popped outside to the far side to Rachel Luke. She was calling for that ball previously, and Rachel Luke just turns around, pops it back into space, and now it's come through the central channels, and they're
Scotland
trying to work
6
it
on
with
5,
Nicole
Kieran.
Morrison, an extra player for Scotland, as Mick has alluded to there, and they're trying to bring it into the central area. It's a shot. They didn't make enough advantage of that one, Mick.
No, indeed. And look, as you said it before, time again, when you have 6 on 5, you settle, you use the clock. Often we see it at junior matches where the little bit of panic sets in, but if the players understand using the 20, make that keeper work, you've got a great chance of scoring on that 6 on 5. Scotland didn't get to do it that time.
No, they didn't. And an 8-7 lead at the end of the third quarter, their manager would have been absolutely delighted. Their head coach Aaron Donaldson would have been absolutely chuffed with how they've turned this quarter. But there's Welsh players over at the back stick. The referee not happy to allow play to continue.
Time out, looks like, from the head coach
Time out,
Darrell Ward.
And you know, we're this is game 3 today, game 5 overall in the tournament. We have another 3 games to come after this one. And you know, just reading through the programme and Kevin Armstrong, the president of Ireland Waterpolo, was just complimenting the tournament and all the work that's been done behind the scenes. And I know you've mentioned that as well, and it's emphasised by Sarah Keane there from Swim Ireland. And it really has been a great tournament so far. Yeah,
you know, as we've talked about, you know, the history of water polo in Ireland, and you know, there's many clubs that have made the game happen over the years. But we talk about facilities, Kieran, and obviously here today at the National Aquatic Centre, it's testament to Ireland Water Polo, Swim Ireland, and everybody who's put the work into making this available, because what it's doing is it's bringing the game on. You're seeing it in the ladies Irish team with head coach Gary O'Brien. You see it with Goran Sablic with the men's team, but also the underage teams across Ireland, coming from different clubs. I mentioned some new clubs earlier, Bangor, Ards, where young players are representing Ireland from these new clubs. So really all across the country we're seeing better water polo, and it's reflected by, you know, what we're seeing in front of us today, similar to what we have with the likes of Scotland and Wales. They're all putting in the work, and it is paying dividends.
Yeah, absolutely paying dividends. Another thing paying dividends too is the Scottish defending. Grace Dowley got a big strong hand up there, and you could hear the collective roar as she blocked the ball down. But just as we were saying that, the ball has ended up in the back of the Scottish net, and I think it was it Megan Curtis, I think, who got that one for Wales. So Wales have gone back in front just as time is about to run out in the third quarter. A wee bit harsh on Scotland.
Yeah, and like for Wales to nudge ahead with the way Scotland have played this quarter, that says a lot about Wales, that the resilience for Wales with you know, Scotland, you know, driving on towards them, and yet there's Wales after nicking ahead by 1 goal.
Yeah, and there was a real speculative effort there from Lucy McNair, but she knew the clock was up. That's the end of the third quarter. We have a very exciting fourth one in store for you, and we'll be back to bring it to you in just a couple of seconds. Hello and welcome back to the fourth and final quarter of this pulsating game between Wales and Scotland. Don't leave us when the end of the fourth quarter happens, because we have another cracker in store for you. Ireland and England at 3:15. So in just about 45 minutes time, we have what should be an absolutely brilliant game. We saw last night Ireland had a good win. We saw England had a good win. We saw that both Scotland and Wales were competitive, and they're showing now they're equally matched. And if we take the scorelines from last night and we compare them to this scoreline now, we're really in for a cracker between Ireland and England following this game.
Absolutely, Kieran. So, both Ireland and England had good, strong wins last night, but on what we're seeing here this afternoon from Scotland and Wales, they probably would have run both of those teams. Oh! They would have ran both of those teams probably closer by what we're seeing today. They've both come on immensely. Testament to that, a goal like we've just seen there, again from the brilliant Rosie Griffiths.
Super strike from Rosie, her first of the afternoon. She was twice a scorer last night, and we're really being treated to a brilliant event here this afternoon. And as you say, Wales getting the better of Scotland now by 9-7. We've over 7 minutes left, so no time to panic for the Scottish, and they've come really well back into this game. But that was a really good start to the fourth quarter. Will settle any nerves that Wales might have had. Yeah,
and it looks like Darrell Ward, in some ways similar to what Ireland did to them in the first quarter, he's beginning to press higher up the pitch. He's getting the instructions through. Don't let this Scottish team drive, because they're very good at that. So he's beginning to put the squeeze on.
Yeah, and here come Wales again with Sarah Rogers out now for Purchase Smith. But well done by the goalkeeper, and Erin Mills gets it away now to Nicole Morrison. And Nicole Morrison, I think Scotland have a real chance. They've more than enough players up the field. They have a two-person advantage if they can get it in quickly. There's a chance on this far side, but they've gone centrally for Lauren Averill. Oh, was that a brilliant piece of defending? It was. It was absolutely super from Sarah Rogers. She turned it on to Megan Curtis, and Megan got it back to Chloe Ralph in the Welsh net, and that looked like a certain breakaway goal for Scotland. But credit to Wales, they didn't give up. They got the ball, they turned it over, and now Wales are on the attack, and it's Charlotte Turpin. Charlotte gives it inside to Sarah Rogers, and Rogers tries to put it out to the far side, but the foul there on to Rosie Griffiths. A chance now centrally, is there, Mick? Still a chance for Wales.
Oh.
Ball's been surrendered.
Hard luck. Charlotte Turpin had done loads of great work to get past her Scottish defender that time, which was Lucy Hobman, but unfortunately then she ended up giving a foul. But very tight game, absolutely, Kieran.
Yeah, it's good. Lauren Averill trying to see what she can do, but Sarah Rogers, she is a phenomenal defender. Easily reads the situation, always gets the right hand in, gets the ball more often than not than the player. And Wales are away now on the left hand side as we look at the pool, the far side of it, and it's Rosie Griffiths who will take it out for Wales, and she swapped it across here to Sarah Rogers, and Rogers now trying to attack, but she's been held up illegally, and she now switches it back inside to Charlotte Turpin, and Turpin was fouled that time by Lauren Averill. So Wales be happy enough to play the game in this part of the pool, because it's in the Scotland area, and a chance on here. The crossbar has denied Megan Curtis. And Scotland, that's exactly what they needed, a little bit of luck. Yeah,
Scotland can breathe a sigh of relief on that one. It looked like it was going top corner, top bin, as they say. But luckily for Scotland, bounce off the crossbar, and here they are again, back in attack.
Yeah, Scotland now with Rachel Luke, but Rachel Luke was fouled, and she was fouled by Rosie Griffiths. So now Scotland have 5 minutes to get themselves a couple of goals and try and get a draw out of this one. Good ball inside for Averill. Is our chance? The
inside 2 meters, Kieran.
Yeah.
We don't want to be there, and we talk about it when we're coaching our junior teams. Watch the 2 meter line, because if you get that pass when you're inside there, you're not going to be able to score.
Yeah, and of course, in a game of millimeters, that can make all the difference. It could have been a 9-8 game, but suddenly Wales have the ball and they still have the 2-goal advantage. And Sarah Rogers just looked around to say, who's behind me? But it was her own player, and that player was Emma Perrin. So Rogers happy enough, and she gets a 1-2 away there and still has the ball. And Wales have loads of options, but not a lot of time. And a really good left-handed save from Erin Mills. Time was running out there for Wales, but Emma Perrin still got the shot away. Timeout called by Scotland. What will they be saying here, Mick?
Oh lordy! I mean, it's it's such a fascinating game to watch, Kieran. Both coaches we'll be looking at, I think at this stage of the game, we talked about the bench, the roster, your utility players. 4 quarters, it's intense. It is demanding the physicality of getting up and down the pool relentlessly for 4 quarters. So this is where maybe the coach has left a few players in his back pocket that he sees as ones he can bring in at this critical part of the game that could be the deciding players to win the game for Scotland.
Yeah, absolutely. So there's still only 2 goals in it. Loads of time for Scotland. They've 4.5 minutes. And if they can make as many improvements in the next 4.5 minutes as they have from the end of the first quarter, they really have a chance. But likewise, Wales have really solidified this quarter.
Yeah, and look, I know again, talking to the head coach for Wales, Darryl, he's really up for this game, as are his players. So they won't want to relinquish this lead to a 2-goal cushion. While it's not a lot, to them, it's what they want to have, and they will be determined to hold on to it. Scotland and Wales fighting for their first win in this tournament. Who's going to come out winner?
Yeah, well, whoever wins this game still has a slight chance of winning the tournament, but the loser is out. Of that, there's no doubt. So Wales just trying to turn the ball over, but they can't do it within the parameters of the regulations, and Scotland have got it right into their centre forward, and a chance. Oh, good retention. What a steal from Sarah Rogers. Just as Lucy Hobman was about to turn and take a shot on Chloe Ralph, and now Chloe Ralph has set Wales away, and it's Rosie Griffiths who has the ball deep in the Scottish area, but that was really well turned over there by Rachel Mell, and Rachel Mell has defended quite strongly this afternoon and done a really good job. Nicole Morrison just in front of her. She spots Morrison, and now they have numbers over. They have the advantage up there if they can use it, and the ball goes inside looking for Lauren Averill, but Averil's been really well marshalled in there by Eve Burns-Thomas, but maybe a little bit too aggressively marshalled, and she has the ball, and now it comes into a chance. Oh, brilliant finish.
A little slinger. A slinger from Lucy Hobman. Fantastic goal. It's brought it to 9-8.
So Lucy with a goal, her first of the day. She scored last night, scores again today, and there's 1 between them, 3.5 minutes to go. Just exactly what Scotland would have required after that timeout.
Yeah, and look, Lucy scored one of my favourite goals, which I would have scored the RCN Cup, a lovely slingshot.
All right, brilliant. So Wales now just trying to, they got it into the hole, and Rachel Mell tackling very high there, and judged to have been fouling, and she was fouling Millie Purchase-Smith. There's a chance on here, but Nicole Morrison doing really well, didn't concede the foul, and that was very important there, and time running out for Wales of Scotland. They have turned it over. Really good defence from Scotland.
Brilliant defending from Rachel Mell. She's had a fantastic week. Every one of these girls on both sides are playing their socks off. I was just seeing brilliant performances all across the pitch from all the players.
Yeah, and good work there again from Mell, and then from Nicole Morrison, and got it back as far as Erin Mills, and Erin Mills got the ball forward to
Elisa Sinclair.
Yeah, Sinclair Kidd, and she just popped it back out to Morrison, and Morrison has given it across now to Mell, and Mell just trying to work something. There's a chance inside, yes, a good chance inside now, and Scotland have it here with Grace Dowley. And chance now for Scotland. Oh, good save! Oh, that was a really good save from Chloe Ralph. She didn't know much about it. The water had skid into her face there from the shot from Chloe Kirkwood, but she batted away, and now Wales have a chance down the far side, and they have it with Eve Burns-Thomas, and she doesn't have any real help at present, and she's been tightly marshalled. Silly one to give away there, and Wales now have the ball inside the 5-metre zone, trying to work something. They have worked it. They've got it inside to Natalie Smith. Can Smith turn her player? She's been marshalled by 2, but she's done unbelievable to get away. Oh, what a hand in. What a steal. Was it a foul? It was.
Ordinary foul. Not an exclusion.
So that was a really... Oh, my goodness me. What a finish. That was brilliant. Fainted the shot inside. Took the keeper at our near post. Erin Mills wasn't expecting it. And a really fine finish. I think it was Eve Burns-Thomas got that one, Mick.
Yeah, a goal that has put a little bit of a bit of comfort zone between the two teams, but rest assured Scotland will still try and get back to 10-9. Let's see what they're made of here.
Can they reply straight away? Oh, great hand in defence. But Mick, I suppose that goal was one of the things really good players do. They don't allow you to know what they're thinking. She put it at the near post. The keeper never expected it.
And again, Kieran, like we said, it all started from the wonderful save of the Welsh keeper, Chloe Ralph. How vital that was to let Wales get back up and score.
Yeah, here's Rachel Mell driving into the heart of the Welsh defence, but good tackling there, and they've had to go wide, and they've gone wide now to Siri Maxwell. And Siri, not as influential as she was last night, Mick. But Maxwell has
she's been well marshalled, that has to be said.
Well marshalled, but she has got the ball away, and a brilliant finish! And a brilliant finish from Chloe Kirkwood. Really good from Maxwell. Showed all of her class to get that ball into Kirkwood, and this Scottish team are not lying down. They have 1 minute and 24 seconds to get one goal.
Absolutely. Chloe Kirkwood, as she's done the entire game, just been relentless from the first minute up until now, and getting another goal, showing her value to the Scottish side.
So as we say, stay with us after this game concludes, because we have Ireland and England, both teams warming up down to our left-hand side. But meanwhile, you
can feel the heat from down there, even from up here, Kieran. It's going to be a humdinger. Speaking of heat, you cannot take your eyes off this. The heat of the battle out there. There's been another timeout called. This time I think it's a Welsh timeout. So, Mick, they'll probably just be... Darrell Ward will just be saying there, girls, let's just keep it tight and not concede. Yeah, but look, as we saw in the game between Ireland and Scotland men's, with this amount of time left, Darrell Ward will know that Scotland will be so determined to get back up there to get one more and get it to 10-all. So Darrell is rallying his troops. He's saying to them, look, focus, keep it where we need to be. And you can see by him. And then Alan equally looking so determined. This is what's fascinating with water polo. Timeouts allows the teams to see what can we do to either hold on to the lead or to go steal the ball and get back up the pitch. Yeah, and it's worth noting that Wales will have the extra player here. So if they can use this to the fullest potential, it could be enough maybe to see the game out. But it also means the pressure's on them on a 6-5 to make it happen. Absolutely. So if Scotland can get out of here without conceding, they have a real chance of going up the pitch and scoring themselves. Still a minute to go. Loads of time, and Wales would be happy maybe to just slow it down and find that perfect pass with the extra player, and that's exactly what they appear to be doing. But for some reason, they just didn't make enough of it. A Welsh player went inside 2 meters. We're on 6-on-5. You basically go offside, Kieran. Yeah, that's what. And there was a big cheer down on the Scottish bench there, and now Scotland have a real chance of equalising here. Chloe Kirkwood was set away that time by Eliza Sinclair Kidd, and Kirkwood is getting well marshalled in there, but I think illegally so by Charlotte Turpin. And Scotland now, what's going on there? She's giving the ball away, and Rogers is going to break away. Is she? No, good defending. It was a clever foul to give away from Rachel Mell, because Wales were definitely in, but they might still be in here. Rogers with a good ball forward, and there's a real chance for Megan Curtis. Curtis could seal it here for Wales. Was that good defending? It was. It's come off the crossbar with a little bit of luck maybe. That Scotland needed. And Erin Mills now with 31 seconds on the clock. A chance here. This could level the game. Siri Maxwell could be the hero if she can just put the ball into the back of the net. She's been marked by two. She still hasn't got the ball away. A chance of a shot. Off the post. That was unbelievable. What a chance from Siri Maxwell. But Wales got back in numbers, and the goal of Chloe Ralph living a very charmed life, Mick. Oh, God, that was so exciting to watch. Get the popcorn out there, will you? I'm going to need to sit down big time after this one. Wales will be looking just to see the clock out. There's 2 seconds left. There it is. Good save, but that's it. What a game we've had here in the Aquatics Centre. Absolutely stunning game. Well, standing ovation all around. And to Wales. The crowd really enjoying that one. Absolutely phenomenal stuff. I think the only thing better than that game was the commentating. But anyway, we'll be back for Ireland and England. We'll see you in a few moments.